Obviously, this is, we kind of try to break the offense into thirds and install it in thirds. And so I guess 2/3 of the offense is in, but it's just day two. And, I think that, like I said, being able to meet with them a little bit pre-spring helped and kind of gave us a chance. The other thing is we don't try to overcomplicate it, give our guys a chance to go out there and be successful every day and try to eliminate the hesitation. They've done a good job of it. And like I said, they've practiced well the first 2 days. We just got to continue that trend,
What do you like about Hudson just in the short time you've had with him?
Hudson's got a chance to be really, really special. He's he's really athletic and throws it as well as anyone I've been around, and so it's kind of a rare combination to have a guy that, like I said, can throw it at a really elite level and be athletic. You know what I mean? A lot of times you're kind of choosing one or the other, or there's a little give and take in there. And Hudson has the ability to do both. And, he works hard, he does things right. And if he just continues to do that, like I said, I think he has a chance to be really, really special and play football for a long time. And so we're excited about having him. And he had a good day today. And like I told the whole group, like he just, as a group, but especially him, like you got to continue to stack days and continue to try to improve, because if you do, I think the sky's the limit for him.
And on the flip side, how do you think Brady Allen is doing so far?
Good as well. Like I said, you can tell, right now, like Hudson's just played more football than all the other guys in the room, and I think that experience helps. And that's the beautiful thing about spring, because the one thing you can't replace is experience. You know what I mean? Like that is, there's a comfort level that comes with playing the game. And getting a ton of reps and at every level. And so I think that, as the spring goes on, you'll see every guy just get better and better and better. And Brady's no different. I think he was better today than he was Tuesday. And he's the type of kid I think that you'll see improvement every single day because, like I said, like he's getting more and more comfortable. And this is his first time, he's only been in college for a year, I guess, but this is his first time in our system, you know what I'm saying? And so that's the beautiful thing about him. Like I said, I think you saw improvements from day one to day two, and so I think his improvements daily will be large. So really excited about what he has a chance to do for us.
How long do you think the process is for quarterbacks to learn your system?
I think they could all draw it right now, but I think there's a difference between being able to draw it and really feeling comfortable doing it, and I think for everyone it's different. Like I said, I think that Hudson, the amount of football he's played, definitely helps him, and he's probably a little more comfortable than the other guys, and a lot of that's not just because the system. A lot of it's just because of the football he's played. But he's also very confident in the system. You know what I mean? And I think that, by the time we hit fall, I think they'll all be hopefully masters in it. Right now they're still all learning and still at the kind of the beginning stages. But like I said in the beginning, we try not to overcomplicate things, especially for that quarterback. I've played quarterback in this system and understand what it feels like when you're out there not thinking, and understand what it feels like when you're out there thinking and hesitating. And there's a huge difference, And so if I can get them all to play really loose and with a ton of confidence and kind of eliminate the hesitation that comes with uncertainty of, being in a new offense, they all have the ability to do some really good things.
You said there's no substitution for experience. You got some experienced guys on the offensive line. How much does that make things easing into a new offense where you've got guys that have played a lot of football there?
I think that's the most important position on any football team, and like I said, experience there really helps, and especially experience at that position, experience together, because that's kind of 5 individuals that have to try to play as kind of one individual. You know what I mean? And so, the more reps you have built in at that position together, really makes a huge difference. And so, having some experience there helps. Some of them are still out with some injuries from last season, but like Eric over there. His 8 weeks, and we told him this the other day, I think, the offseason program with Roe did an unbelievable job with him, and he probably got more out of it than any of them. And I think he's changed his body just in 8 weeks, and he's played a ton of football, and because of that, he's playing with a ton of confidence. And at that position, any position, confidence makes a huge difference. And so for the first, it's just 2 days, but for 2 days, we couldn't be more impressed with or, more happy with where he is. And like you said, the experience at the offensive line is really going to really help us have a head start.
Talk a little bit about, I guess, the pursuit of Hudson Card. I heard that one of the first things you guys did was get right down there and start talking and just kind of talk about getting Hudson here and why he was such a priority for you. And he was the guy you wanted to get, and you got him.
Yeah. It doesn't always work that way, but with that one it did. But that was definitely the first. My first job at Purdue was going there. I was actually in Texas. In the state of Texas, recruiting for West Virginia when I got this job, and so I just stayed there and picked me up on a plane and we went from Dallas to Austin straight together. All I did was he gave me a shirt and we went. So, yeah, it was immediate. I think that we were both in agreement that, as far as portal quarterbacks, in our opinion, he was the best one in there. And so he was a priority for us, and we wanted to go get him. And, I think that we have a unique thing going right here, right now. And I think it starts with Coach Walters. Like, there's a different energy here, than any place I've been. Like, just the energy and the excitement around football and like being in the building's fun. You know what I mean? And that's not always the case. But here, I think when recruits come, like, they can feel there's great energy right now. There's excitement in the building, and I think Hudson felt that right away. And the crazy thing was, it was like this giant building right here, and me and Walt were the only two in it. So it's like we were like in a vacant warehouse, it felt like. But spent a lot of good time with him. Like I said, he was a guy that I think that Coach Walters and I were in agreement. He was probably the best quarterback in the portal at the time. And we wanted to get him, and got fortunate enough that he wanted to come here and play for us. And like I said, he's got a chance to do some really special things.
How much did it help being a fellow Texan?
Yeah, probably a lot. Texas people, we love Texas people. There's a lot of them around here too. So that probably helped. We at least spoke the same language, and so getting off the plane, that was, walking into the house, I never met him, but, Texas people, like, even if they've never met, they feel like they're related. So it was like walking into a relative's house, I guess. And then from there, the rest has worked out well.
You think he was old enough to watch you back in your days at Texas Tech?
I don't know. I feel like he should be, but the crazy thing is, like, guys that are playing now, they're like, man, the first game I ever saw was you versus Texas. What do you mean the first game you ever saw? Like, Coach, I was 4. But, or the first game they remember seeing. But I don't know. He's definitely seen it because he went to Texas, and every time Texas plays Texas Tech, they still show it. So whether he remembered it live or not, he's definitely had to see that one play at least. So, but no, he's probably too young to watch me play if I were guessing.